Hello everyone and welcome. I am Tyler Tyrant Cox. And first off, I would like to thank you for watching episode number 1 of Bronze League Basics. Here I'll be explaining to you, the player, what it means to play StarCraft 2. I will be the first to tell you this game is not easy. There's no special way to win every single game. You will have bad games, you will have good games, you will have lucky games, and you'll have unlucky ones. Or, on the flip side, we could say that the opponent is having a good game or a lucky one. What we will never say is, well, that guy just won because of blank, whatever. This is where we as players get into the scrub territory, and we don't want that. However, we can say that they understand the game better than we do. That's really the only thing we can say. And not look stupid. As counterintuitive as that sounds. I also want to point out that this is not some cheeky bronze to diamond strategy. And the reason I want to call those cheeky is because you can't just go from A to E and expect to know B, C, and D. Like what you did. And don't get me wrong, I have used some of these, like the Stefano builds. I'm a Zerg player, so I use the Stefano 11-minute max out, which, you know, beat the shit out of a lot of people. But I'm never going to say at any point that this strategy will crush everyone from bronze through platinum, because I can't promise that. I can, however, promise to show some basic things about the game that may help you get there. Before we jump into a game, I want to give a good fist pump to all you players who are still in bronze and want to get better. We were all noobs at one time. Do not take what you see on the internet as gospel. You do not think just because someone told you you're bad that you are. That being said, you're in bronze, so let's get to work. Okay, StarCraft 2 is a battle of mind games. And the first battle, the first mind you have to overcome is your own. Competitively, this is the very first thing you have to do. Otherwise, you're just going to second guess every move you make, and you'll run out of time, you'll run out of resources. Things go awry when you do this. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I don't get ladder anxiety, because I do, and most of us do. Some people are just better at that. They don't get ladder anxiety. I don't know how, but they just do. And there may be reasons for why you were losing. Your theory may be off, or your mechanics may be off. But I'm going to do my best to help you with that. I'm not saying I'm the best at either of those two, and I'm going to do what I can to help for the Bronze League. Specifically, now this could come into play with even Silver League players sometimes. So with this first episode, I would like to go through a few key points and use reference to back these up. First off, the one thing you really need to know is unit familiar. You have to be familiar with your units, okay? What do units cost? That's a big one. That's a biggie. Is this unit good against this unit? Another great thing you want to know. How many units does it take to kill another? How many Zerglings does it take to kill one Stalker? What happens if I use this unit in certain circumstances, and how do I get better using this unit? And there are several different ways you can figure that out. Day 9's mono battles, those are wonderful to learn how to use a specific unit. Um, and this is all something you'll have to kind of do on your own, but I can show you a few basic ways to find these things out without going through too much. A lot of this stuff you may already know. A lot of this stuff you might say, hey, this guy's crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about. But you know what, I've been on the internet before. I understand that it's new, but I can take it. Okay. So, and then number two, what is macro? I know you've heard of it, but what do you really know what macro is? And we can define macro. I also want to show some very standard openings for the three different races. Explain what I feel the definition of standard opening is, and I'll definitely go on a rant about how it's okay to win with cheese. On the other hand, I will also show how to best defend yourself against cheese. But as far as cheese goes, as anyone who is competitive, they will always tell you, anyone who is competitive will always tell you, a win is a win and a loss is a loss, regardless. That goes from football, basketball, baseball, soccer, hockey, StarCraft. This game, it's a game. And of course, I forgot where I was going. A win is a win, and a loss is a loss. And we'll go through some of those things. So, it's the first question that I really want to answer is what is macro? What is macro to you? What is macro to me, I suppose? And macro to me would be your ability to produce units in a timely fashion. And if we take, let's say we take all of the resources that you have. Okay. Well, at first you'll see that you have, minerals and gas. Those are generally the two resources everybody, you see that. But really you're working with four. You're working with four resources. And they kind of have a hierarchy. Time being the first one. If you can't do something in a timely manner, you're probably going to lose. You probably will. Okay. So time will buy you minerals. Minerals will buy you supply and gas will buy you supply. So that's kind of the theme we're going to go with here, as far as resource management, how to use those, things like that. And then the definition of standard play. My definition of standard play would have to be whatever gives you the most options. Generally, these standard plays will give you a quick expansion, at your natural, generally. I really can't think of one that doesn't right now. So basically a standard opening would just be something that, hey, I have a backbone that now I can wrap things around, see what my opponent is doing, and counteract what's going on. Kind of working here. That was my father. He says I'm being too loud. Oh. So where was I? We'll do all that, and we'll try and defend cheese or cheeky play as best we can. And I'm going to a break after that. That was too much. My father's here right now, and apparently he does not like me being too loud. So it's been a first for us all, I suppose. And again, thank you for watching. What can you do? What can you do? Sometimes things just happen to you.